There's a story about I think it was the Khatam Sofer, that there was in his time there was like a certain sickness, like a plague, whatever, wherever he was there in Hungary, and he did like a Pidyon Nefesh for all of his community, like one big Pidyon Nefesh. So his tradition was like different kind of Pidyon Nefesh than what I do. I do according to the Rashash. I think that the way he did it is that he collected like tzedakah from like every household of his community, and then he hold this money and prayed like for the benefit of the community, and then used that money to buy food for poor people of the community, something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but that's what I remember, and it helped. Like his community didn't get harmed from that sickness that was like all around that city. It might be that like I don't remember exactly all the details. It's been a while since I heard, but that's basically the idea. So there is a possibility of doing Pidyon Nefesh for a group of people, community, city, maybe even the whole nation. Maybe, I don't know. Like obviously, like as much as you want to affect like something bigger, so you have to make something bigger. So it's like you have to have some kind of a ratio of like what is it that you want to get, like what is the result you want to get, and what is the effort that you're putting in. There should be like something that makes sense. But there is a side to that. There's another story that is like a little bit different, but like kind of a similar idea. That there was a community. I don't remember the name of the rabbi there, but before the Second World War, Jewish community that they heard that like the Germans are like coming closer, and they were not sure if it is better for them to stay where they are, or to start moving, to run away. You run away, you don't know what you'll meet. Maybe you meet the enemy. So what's the use of like running to the hands of the enemy? So they had like a big debate of like what is the right thing to do to save the community, and they did like it's a different kind of a ceremony according to the Kabbalah, that is called Goral. That is like a certain way to ask a question when someone like have like a big dilemma that is like he doesn't know if like should turn right or left, whatever. So that's what they did. They did like the whole like ceremony of this Goral. There's different Goral. There's Goral haGra. There's Goral Achitofel. There's different like traditions of how to do the Goral. But they did the Goral, and the answer was that like it's better to move, and they moved, and they got to the United States, and they saved the community, and like there was other communities they didn't move, and they got destroyed. All the people died. So to do like things like that for the sake of a community, so that it definitely makes sense. So usually people are more concerned about the physical. So usually people are coming and do those kind of things when there is like a physical danger, like a sickness or war or whatever, something like that. Now, to do the same, like kind of to go in like with those possibilities when you're talking about like more of a like spiritual danger. Kind of something that is not a physical threat, is more kind of a spiritual threat, emotional. So for me, it definitely makes sense. For me, like there's no difference between the physical and the spiritual, and like whenever there's something wrong in the spiritual, so obviously it will take an effect on the physical, and sooner or later, it will have like the physical result will come. Better, worse, B'ezrat Hashem, like only good things for everybody. But like obviously the physical is like a direct manifestation of the spiritual, no doubt. So to take care of a spiritual problem, for me it makes more sense than waiting until it will manifest like a physical problem and then to wake up and to try to change things. When you're taking care of something when it is like in the root of it, in the beginning of it, so it's definitely like stronger and more helpful, and it's easier to take care of it after it gets like manifested in the physical, so it becomes to be harder. So I would say the answer is yes. It's a good idea to if you want to like help a certain group of people, certain community, that you see that there's like some kind of a spiritual danger, spiritual stress, whatever you want to call it, that puts you in like emotion of like being worried about that situation. It's very well can be that it's it's a certain inspiration that Hashem gives you to go with a certain like a route of putting more efforts for the public needs, and generally it's a big thing whenever someone is getting inspired to do something for the public, so that's a good thing, because like that's what we need. We need to not to be like self-centered and to think about like what I need in my private life, to look around and to see like what the people around me needs, and to feel for them and to pray for them as well as like what I need for myself and so on. So whenever someone have like a awakening for that direction, I will definitely say, go with it and do as much as you can do for that. That's definitely a good place to put our efforts with the help of Hashem.